Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can, just so we can get out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Toronto Raptors rookie Collin Murray-Boyles stuffed the stat sheet last night versus the 76ers, and I wanted to take a look, so let's get into the film. Alright, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure to take your shoes off before you come out. And CMB Collin Murray-Boyles had a phenomenal game against the Philadelphia 76ers, 17 points, 15 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. And when he was drafted to the Toronto Raptors out of South Carolina, I was pretty skeptical of the fit. And it was only because Toronto doesn't possess a lot of three-point shooting, and Collin Murray-Boyles doesn't project to be a three-point shooter, at least any lifetime in the immediate future. But when you watch him in college, you just know he's going to do all the intangible things. He's going to be one of the most versatile pieces in the NBA. He's going to be an ultimate Swiss Army knife if everything goes right, and you can just see how much he does for the Toronto Raptors team. But this season he's averaging 7 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal in 20 minutes on 53, 37, 62 splits, and with 2.5 offensive rebounds in 20 minutes as a 6'7" guy. It's insane. But he's really taken off in his last 5 games with the injury to Jakob. He's basically playing center for this team. Brandon Ingram's also hurt, so that's giving more time to guys like Jacoby Walter and Elijah Martin. In his last 5 games, he's averaging 10 points, 8 rebounds, 3.5 of those are offensive, 3 assists, 2 steals, a block in 30 minutes, and he's shooting 59% from the field. And you can just see how much he does already as a rookie on both sides of the floor. He's already a great defensive communicator. He's a defensive leader as a rookie, and he's just so cerebral. He has a high IQ, and he travels so many miles defensively, and he's just fixed the mistakes of his teammates everywhere. Against Andre Drummond, he's able to help off that. You see VJ Eshkon going to the paint. He goes over there. Tyrese Maxey almost gets a cut. He goes over there, try to contest that pass. Kelly Oubre pump fakes, then he drives, and he's there to contest that and force the miss at the rim. But he's so perfect in this aspect that the Toronto Raptors are 4th in the league in assists per game, but they're 1st in fast break points. And when Collin Murray-Boyles gets the rebound, he's always looking up. He's a phenomenal passer, and he can run with this unit better than Jakob can. He gets the rebound, they get right out, and you see him running, and he finishes with the layup. All right, so of course I talk about the defensive versatility, and I love like his coverage versatility. He can be up to the level, he can switch, he can hedge, he can do everything, right? And him being 6'7" and having the quickness as your defensive big is so pivotal for this team. They can do a lot defensively. But I saw this matchup and I was like, man, I think this is perfect to see him against one of the greatest rebounders of all time, at the guy that's 6'7", that's pretty strong. But against Andre Drummond, it's just different, right? He had 15 rebounds in this game, but you can also see how like that's still a problem. But he never gives up. He has great hands, 2.1 steals per 100 possessions, which is in the 88th percentile, 6.8 deflections per 100 possessions, which is in the 99th percentile. And you see what I was talking about earlier about when he gets the rebound, he immediately looks up. Right there, he does give up the offensive rebound, but he can test Drummond right there. Kelly Oubre gets the ball, he knocks that loose, gets the steal right there, and he immediately looks up to see. And this is where the fast break points come from. Good job by him, and Scotty Barnes finishes. All right, so I talked about his IQ on the defense side of the ball and just being able to fix mistakes already as a rookie. You see right here, Jabari Walker slips and he's able to cut that off, which would have been an easy layup. Then he's communicating, telling Jameson Battle to get back on his man, right? So he's back on Drummond. VJ Eshkon does a little dance, and you see he gets pushed. He gets pushed off, right? Andre Drummond is 5 inches taller than him, one of the greatest rebounders of all time. That's gonna happen, right? But he gets back up, and you see the strength play in when he's against somebody his size. Jabari Walker drives on him. He plays great defense, and he literally negates a spin move because of his strength. Like, he tried to spin, he runs into a brick wall, and he ends up traveling. All right, so this isn't some extra great play, some extra extravagant play, but the placement of Collin Murray-Boyles on this play just let me know a lot, and it was very prevalent at the end of the game, which of course I'm gonna show. When you don't have supreme spacing, having CMB in the dunker spot or like in the short corner maximizes him in 2 ways, right? His best skill as a scorer is as an athletic finisher. So when you can dump the ball down, you have Scotty Barnes, who is a great passer. You have guys who can blow past guys and crack them off the dribble. Then you force 2-on-1s right here, and he can finish athletically. But this also puts him in prime position to get offensive rebounds because he's so strong. So all he has to do is take 1 step in right here and then try to push this guy back to get the offensive rebound. But it's been working for the Raptors without the spacing. And I thought in this game, like, there's an area of improvement that he already does well, like the screening aspect, right? Creating advantages for his teammates. Right there, he does a nice job of screening. But I think for the Raptors, there's an emphasis on him getting out of screens really quickly to use his quickness as a 6'7" center in this aspect. And you hear the comments of Draymond, and it's like, yeah, you can really see it when he plays because he does everything defensively. On offense, the only thing he really can't do is shoot the ball. but you can play through him as a hub. He can pass the ball. He creates advantage with his screening. He's very smart. And when he's in that dunker spot, he can do so much. He can pass out of it. He can score out of that. But when he becomes an even better screener than he is right now, he's going to be phenomenal. And he's going to create so many things. You see right here, he sets the screen for Emmanuel quickly, but he's getting out of that really quickly, but he's still able to clip Kelly Oubre enough that he falls down, and that forces a record close out 3 free throws for Emmanuel quickly. All right, so you see him here on Drummond. Drummond's in the short corner, and he's gonna come over just at the right time against Tyrese Maxey. He's gonna get that out of there and leads to a 3 by Jamal Shead. All right, so again, he does a nice job of creating more of an advantage for his teammate. Battle does a nice job getting off Kelly Oubre right there, creating the initial space, but then Collin Murray-Boyles is going to get over there, slide right there just in time. So Kelly Oubre has to go around him to contest his shot. He knows that he's late, so he fouls again. All right, so 2 things here, right? I talked about when he gets the defensive rebound, it really helps Toronto because he's able to get the rebound and then they're able to run. Like, he's looking up, he can make the outlet pass, he can make the pass all the way down the court, or he can take the ball himself and start the break. Also, in situations when he's not the one getting the defensive rebound, he can outrun the opposing center because he's just so much quicker than them. They don't actually hit him on this. But then we see him get to the dunker spot that I talked about with the offensive rebound. The center's most likely going to be on him in these situations. So when his teammates drive the big contest, he's able to get there, get the offensive rebound put back. I was here, they try to get a little pick and roll at half court. Drummond ends up getting out of it. You see the quickness in him being able to backpedal, get back to Drummond. But then he can test the shot at the rim and he gets the rebound. You see how fast they can get up the court. 22 seconds past half court. Also something with mismatches, right? Your defensive matchups has a lot to do with the potential offensive matchups that you can have. So again, Scottie Barnes and him are like 2 great versatile chess pieces, right? But when Scottie Barnes is able to check the opposing team's point guard and Tyrese Maxey, who's a lot shorter than him, when you play this quick and you have somebody like CMB that can get the ball up really quick, this is what happens, right? There's no time for the defense to get their preferred matchups because you're at the paint with 20 seconds left. With 21 seconds left, he has the ball into the paint. There's no time for him to get Dominic Barlow on Scottie or Kelly Oubre on Scottie. You just throw the ball up, he has a small limb and he gets fouled. All right, so again, this just shows the quickness that he has and shows the coverage versatility that he has. I don't care that this was a foul. Darko almost challenged this. He was asking the ref about it. They didn't get it in time, but this is a phenomenal play. So here the 76ers go to Ram Spain. Ram action is when an off-ball screen is set for somebody to go set a ball screen. So you see Tyrese Maxey, he's setting the off-ball screen on CMB. So Adem Bona can come up here and set this on-ball screen, right? Then you go to Spain pick and roll, which is a pick and roll in which there is an on-ball screen, but then there's a back screen on the on-ball screener's man. So Adem Bona is the on-ball screener. CMB is the guy guarding the on-ball screener. Tyrese Maxey, the goal of him is to set this back screen. He's going to come out to the 3-point line after it, and Bona is going to roll. Look at how fast CMB diagnosed this. Now, I will say, they have played the Boston Celtics 3 times already. Like, before this game, they played the Celtics, right? I thought he was great in that game too. They have seen Spain so much, but the difference in Jakob Poeltl being the big guard in Spain and him being the big guard in Spain is such a difference. Because look at this quickness by him. He knows his play, avoids the back screen. There's a 2-on-1 situation. One of the most valuable things to me that a pick and roll defender, especially the big, can do is be able to guard 2-on-1 for as long as you can. Things are gonna happen, right? This play confused the Toronto Raptors. Now AJ Lawson and Jamal Shead are not in this play. It's VJ Edgecombe driving and Bona rolling to the basket. This is one of the most athletic pick and roll combos you can have in this league. He's able to backpedal so fast that he takes away Bona, but then he has the athleticism to get back and challenge VJ Edgecombe. I know this is a foul, but it just showed me so much in this play. All right, so in crunch time, he screened against that screen for Elijah Martin, but that just turns into stagger screens, 2 screens for Emmanuel quickly, but then they're not able to get it to him, so he gets the ball and he gets probably the most important assists of this game. Did Jamal Shead for the quick lay-in. And here we are in overtime again. Him being in that short corner or that dunker spot, when they run pick and roll and they're able to get an advantage going to the rim. Jamal Shead has done a phenomenal job for this team, one of the most underrated players in this league. He's a great passer. Punctures the paint, sees Adem Bona right there, jump, drops all to CMB, and he finishes. But that is a video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share it to any and everyone that you can, just so we can get out there a little bit more. And I will see you guys in the next video. This is Nick. Peace.